I am in Colder's Oak Creek, which is the second store after West Dallas. It opened in 1993, and the store is dedicated to the memory of the third brother, Walter, who was instrumental in getting this store planned, and he passed before it opened. Colder's, it's really all about family and furniture and appliances, of course, and this couch. Did you look at this couch? We're talking with Lynn Engelhardt. I love this story because we're talking a span of 50 years that you've been involved with Colder's.
Yes, one of my biggest, fondest memories is when we started selling Amana radar ranges. And I remember being at the Oak Creek store, and on Sunday mornings, so we had a chef come in, and he would cook things in the radar range, and of course the store smelled awesome. There was always something going on.
Some of the promotions we did that were just unbelievable, and this goes to Henry. When I first started with the company, Henry took me in and introduced me to a microwave. He said, I want you to take some popcorn, put it in a bag, and pop it in the microwave. I will give you $1 every time you demonstrate this. Well, you know, I never had a customer come in the door that didn't get microwave popcorn popped.
Of course.
Right. And so
you went home with a pocket full of ones, didn't you?
Right. Every week we had classes on microwaves. We went to the State Fair Park and had an open house show where the first weekend we were there, we sold on the Friday, we sold over 500 microwaves at $500 average price.
Yeah.
That was before we had credit cards where you just swipe things. So I would sit on the phone from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening, calling in one card after another because you called in credit cards back then for approvals.
And I had to get the distributors to open up for me on a Friday night so I could get more to sell.
There were so many things. I mean, we had get a bike, get an airline ticket. We sold carpet for a while.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting thing, and I was able to carpet my house.
Nice.
I can remember one New Year's coming into the parking lot. We were getting 8 to 10 inches of snow, or a foot of snow. It was just going to be crazy. And here's Harry out there in front, snow blowing the front of the door so people can get in.
Sure.
And I'm saying, we're not going to do no business today. There's 10, 12 inches of snow coming, right? Well, we had a phenomenal weekend, right? You know, the New Year's Day was a success, and we were able to advertise the next weekend that we had this snow day, so we're extending the sale. So it really worked.
And the fact that they're celebrating 80 years.
80 years, you know, and I go back to thinking about Mr. Harry and Mr. Walter and Mr. Henry, and the things that they taught me. You know, just simple things like pick up stuff in the parking lot.
Henry was so strict on smoking that if you smoked, he'd make them go around the whole store outside and pick up cigarette butts.
Because it makes the store look better.
One of the things that the Felker brothers really pushed was not only do you give a feature, but anytime you give a feature, you got to give a benefit. And Henry would he'd take a pen and he'd say, Gary, give me 7 features and benefits to this pen. I didn't realize at the time how much training I was getting. And I learned so much from them. They changed my life.
I always felt like a part of the family. So that went from Mr. Harry, Mr. Henry, and Mr. Walter. And we had to call him that because if you said Mr. Felker, it's like, well, which one are you talking about? I never felt like just an employee. One of the things that we did is we celebrated people's birthdays. So as hard as we worked, we still enjoyed being together, you know, and that has been since day one. So those are good memories for me, remembering being made to feel special, like I was somebody, like I was important.
Yeah. And somebody's birthday, somebody brought a cake, and there was some food involved in all of this?
Yes.
I was hoping that we'd come here today and it was somebody's birthday. Is there any cake around? Do you
There
know?
were some cupcakes I saw over there. But yes, it was always food.
Yeah. Are you surprised that 50 years you have that history?
It went by in a flash. It really
Didn't
did.
it? I bet it did. Now you're getting to know Colders.